Everyone says that you have to spend hundreds of dollars to get a good field monitor. But what if I told you that they are wrong? Today we'll be reviewing the F700 7-inch dual battery bright as monitor by Neewer. Let's get it.
I'm at a rare tip. Tell them all just stand down to the cup goal and the stands clear. I've been out running top gunning competition. They know who the man here. I can never fail, I can never fall. Counted up without a cashier. And last year.
So take it from me, I am the guy who doesn't want to spend hundreds of dollars for a good field monitor. So when I was looking for my next monitor, I made sure that I'm not gonna go over $500. That's when I found out about Neewer F700. This monitor is only 300 Great British pounds, so that's around $400. So for $400, you get a 7-inch monitor, 2 NP-F batteries, HDMI to HDMI micro cable, HDMI to HDMI mini cable, and HDMI to HDMI cables. And you also get a monitor mount. However, is this monitor actually good and is it useful? Let's figure this out together. Also, a disclaimer, Neewer did send me this monitor, but they sent me this monitor for some Instagram content. We never agreed on any reviews on YouTube, so everything that I'm saying is completely my thoughts, and this is not a paid review, okay? Let's dive in. By the way, I need your advice, guys. What do you think looks better, the wide angle or a bit more close up? Let me know in the comments so I know how to film these videos for the future. So I had few monitors in my career, and they're pretty much entry-level monitors, so nothing crazy like Ninja 5 or some other high-end stuff, because I approached it pretty simply. I'm not filming RAW, so I don't need the monitor to be a recorder. I only need to see better than I can see from my shitty camera screen, because let's be honest, the camera screens suck. So maybe I'm not the best to comparing monitor to monitor. However, I am a general user who was exactly in your situation, and I was going through reviews and trying to figure out which monitor would suit me the best and which monitor wouldn't break the bank. So when I saw the Neewer F700 monitor, I was intrigued by two things. First, that it's a dual battery monitor, so you get double amount of battery life, which is extremely important if you're not rigging your camera and not using the V-mount battery, because monitors die quick, especially 7-inch monitors. Trust me on that. The second thing was the 2000 nit brightness. Now usually the standard for the monitor is 1000 nits, so basically that is double the less of brightness what F700 can achieve. So this was very intriguing, because I'm always shooting outside. I'm always shooting in sunny conditions, and I hate sun protectors. I'm not using sun protectors. I'm not going to be running with that plastic shit on my monitor, so I was not even thinking to be ever using any of those sun protectors. So basically, F700 had everything that I needed. Well, everything except one thing, but we'll talk about that later. The monitor itself is very, very nice. It's a very sleek design. It has dual battery slots. Now, you can purchase either the monitor only, if you already have the batteries. You can get a monitor plus one battery or the monitor with two batteries. Thankfully, Neewer sent me the monitor with two batteries, and I greatly appreciate that. And when I was shooting with it, honestly, the two batteries saved me so many times. Because when I'm on the gimbal, I am not rigging my V-mount battery. I refuse to do that because of the weight issues. Filming for long periods of time and having two batteries powering the monitor was great. Now the cooling fan of the monitor works amazingly. I never had any overheat issues. I was running the monitor for almost 5 hours on the two batteries, and it never got even warm. Now there are 3 ways how you can power up this monitor. Well, 4 technically, let me explain. So you have your standard battery powered option. You can also power the monitor via USB-C. So again, if you're using something like a V-mount battery, you can literally attach the USB-C and power up the monitor with no issues. You can also power it with a 12-volt adapter, which again, for the V-mount batteries and stuff. And the 4th way, that is not, well, it's technically a battery, but you can also put a dummy battery and power it again through the V-mount battery. Also, did I mention it's a touchscreen? It is a touchscreen, and the touchscreen responsiveness is amazing. There are no issues whatsoever. I can't even comment much about the screen because we are in 2025. It's hard to miss these days, unless you're a beginner in the tech industry, but we know that the Neewer is nowhere close to be a beginner in the technology industry. So, the 2000 nit brightness. This is a very, very good selling point, and I think a lot of people should consider this fact that the monitor can produce 2000 nit brightness. It's basically double the brightness of most of the monitors that are in the market. I believe that now we're catching up and the new monitors coming out and they are releasing them in now with the 2000 nit brightness. However, just a quick disclaimer, obviously 2000 nit brightness will kill your battery the fastest, but even then 2000 nit brightness, I can't be too specific as I don't really know, but I definitely was filming over 3 hours with no issues. Another great thing that came with this monitor was a monitor mount. And you might say, Elvis, what the hell? Every monitor comes with a monitor mount. So almost every monitor, yes. However, I'll be honest with you, the ones I tried, Neewer has the best monitor mount, and it's even better than small rigs. And why I say it's better is because of this adjustment. Now, yes, almost every monitor mount is adjustable and you can lock your monitor in place, yes. But most of the monitors require Allen key to do it. Now this monitor has a knob, so you don't have to take your Allen key out, try to fit the hole, unscrew it a little bit, the stiffness, or change the angle of the monitor, lock it in place, lose the Allen key, ask a friend for another Allen key, blah blah blah. This is literally just a single twist. You loosen up the mechanism, you set your monitor to the position that you want, and you tighten it up. Simple, amazing, and why no one else is doing it, really. Okay, I'm saying so many good things about this monitor, but let's talk about the cons. And to be honest with you, there is only one. You cannot control your camera throughout the monitor. This might not seem like a big issue to you. However, before the Neewer F700, I was using Portkeys LH7P monitor, which allowed me to control the camera throughout the monitor when you connect it through Wi-Fi. This is the biggest shock for me, to switch to controlling your camera with the buttons again. Now, I saw a lot of opinions on this. Some people really hate controlling their cameras throughout monitors. Some people love it, but I'm really missing this bit on the monitor. I would love for it to be able to control my camera, or at the very least, have information displayed on the monitor, because I can't tell you how many times I record something on the wrong setting because I just rush things and I forget about stuff. And having the actual numbers of your ISO, of aperture, shutter speed would be extremely, extremely useful. So this is literally the only con that I can think about this monitor, because everything else is great. Okay, you know what? Now while I was talking, I realized there is one more con. It's not even a problem, it's just my preference. Not a fan of a menu, honestly. The menu looks pretty choppy, and what I mean choppy is not that lags or struggles to work. I mean the design of it. It's just not the biggest fan. I mean, it looks like it's a little bit outdated, but then again, it does the job. You can change everything that you want. You have focus peaking, you have false color, you have everything that monitor needs to have, and everything is very accessible. I just don't like the design, that's it. So I can't even call it a con, it's just personal preference. So overall, the Neewer F700 field monitor impressed me. It's not perfect, but considering its price point and the features that it has, it's an amazing piece of kit for any filmmaker that needs a monitor. I can calmly say that I recommend this monitor, and this monitor did great for me in so many scenarios. When I had to film longer than I expected and I didn't have my V-mount battery, when it was sunny outside and I needed shitloads of brightness to see something, and just in general, it did the job. It never failed me, there was never a bug, there was never an issue with the monitor. The only thing that I can say that's missing in this monitor is the ability to control your camera through it. But overall, guys, it's a great monitor. It's not gonna break your bank. It holds 2 batteries. It's bright as hell, so any situation that you are in, you'll be able to see the view pretty easily. And it's also 7 inches. It's a big ass monitor. However, it's big and it's pretty compact at the same time, if that makes sense. So if you're looking for a monitor, give F700 a try and let me know what you guys think. If you found this helpful, drop a like. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want more honest gear reviews. And leave a comment if you think that I should compare this monitor to something more high-end. It's been your boy Elvis Creative. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Wednesday, 5 p.m. sharp. Peace.
Yeah, I eat beats like it's my cheat day. I work hard, I had no leeway. Stay with heat, I feel like D-Wade.